So, hello everyone. Today we are going to be conducting one of our mock interview for the students, those who want to get into an articleship. We have selected one of our students whose name is Shubam Gupta. He's going to be acting as an interviewee. I'm going to be acting as an interviewer. So, I'm going to be asking him series and set of questions which he's going to be answering. Now, let me create a case scenario before I start the mock interview round. Right, I'm an interviewer and I am the manager at Ernst and Young. Right, for assurance role, for an audit role. I'm going to be conducting his interview and I'm going to be asking him some basic questions and advanced questions. And at the end of that, I'm going to be giving him a feedback related to that. Okay. I'm using Shubham's resume as a base, right, so that I can ask some questions related to it. And Shubham, I hope you're also ready for an interview.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So great, Shubham. First of all, congratulations on clearing your CA inter both group examination. This is Shivam Palan. I'm the manager at EY Pune office. I'm here to conduct your mock interview round.
Thank you, sir. Good
Okay.
evening, sir.
Good evening, Shubham. Shubham, if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, sir. I am Shubam Gupta. I'm born and brought up in New Delhi itself, and I have done my schooling from the Floradale Senior Secondary School and scored 96.57% in 12th standard. Thereafter, I started my CA journey in uh, May 2000, appeared for CA Foundation in November 2023 and cleared in first attempt, and thereafter appeared for CA Intermediate in May 2024.
Okay, got it. Since you have started your CA journey and you have cleared your CA inter, I just wanted to know what motivated you to do CA.
So, sir, it is the only course that provides us the great opportunity to understand the industry very well, and and this course also help us to learn the financial literacy, the basic of the financial literacy, and how we can understand the financial reports of a company. So, these things motivates me to do the CA course.
Okay, got it. So you're saying that you're good at reading the financial report of a company, right?
Uh, Not very well, sir, but the knowledge that I have gained, I can use that to analyze the financial statements of the company.
Okay, so if I give you a financial statement of any company, what is the first thing you're going to be looking into a financial statement?
So the first thing I will see whether AS is applicable or not, or whether the proper formatting is done, or they have used the proper usage of the AS in their format. And thereafter, I will look for the revenue in the profit and loss statement, and then balance sheet, and then cash flow.
Oh, sure. We'll see the formatting.
Yes, first, whether they have clearly applied the AS.
Okay. So, what is or do under which guidance the companies need to follow AS or Ind AS? Any idea on the same?
Sorry, sir, didn't get you.
Under which guidance, under which rule, or under which section the company need to follow accounting standard or Ind AS? Any guidance you have or you're aware of anything?
Actually, don't know about the exact section of the Companies Act.
Hmm.
I think it is we have to prepare the financial statement as per section 129 of the Companies Act.
Okay.
And there it is written that we have to maintain the financial statements, which includes the balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statements, and statement of changes in equity, and explanatory note annexed to the above. And we have to make it as according to the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act.
Okay. So, what is Schedule 2 of Companies Act?
Uh, so I'm not aware, but I can take guess. I think it is for depreciation.
Depreciation.
Yes,
What
not
is
very
Schedule
well.
1 then?
Sorry, sir, not aware.
But you said no, you want to get into start audit.
Yes, sir.
So it's a basics of a start audit. No?
Okay, sir, we'll look into the matter and we'll tell you about it.
I mean, there is nothing to look into the matter. You need to learn. That is what we want. We want a candidate who's prepared and aware of those things. Nevertheless, going forward, since you said that you're interested in stat audit, I just wanted to know what is IFC. Are you aware of what an IFC is?
I think, sir, it is the internal financial control report, the national financial funds. Okay.
Okay. So, statutory, what is the role of a statutory audit in IFC?
So I think it is applicable to the listed company where the statutory auditor have to go for check for the whether the controls that are present in the company are as per the standards or not, and whether they are operating effectively or not. So we have to report on that.
Where it is written applicable, it is applicable for listed company.
Not aware of where it is written.
So, but are you sure it is applicable only to listed company?
I think so, sir. It is only applicable for the listed company.
Hmm? If you're not sure, say I'm not sure. Don't bluff.
Sir, I'm not sure.
Okay. No problem. We are here to learn and we are here to teach you out. Don't worry. Now, since wanted to know, since you are interested in the stat audit, which is your favorite accounting standard?
So my favorite accounting standard is AS1, the disclosure of the accounting uh, policies, and the AS9, the revenue recognition.
Oh, nice, 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 nice. Now, what does AS1 says?
It's talk about the disclosure of the significant accounting policy.
Okay. So what are the significant accounting policies which are there?
So significant accounting policies are those policies that are the specific in nature, and it should have some impact on the financial statements. And the significance we can analyze according to the
Okay.
users of the financial statements.
What are the fundamental accounting assumptions?
The fundamental accounting assumptions are three. First one is going concern, second one is consistency, and third one is accrual.
Okay. If a company do not have a proper going concern, right? Where and how you are going to be reporting it in a financial statements or in your audit report? कैसे report करोगे sir?
Okay, sir. So for the financial statement parts, so if we do not follow the fundamental accounting exemptions, so we have to disclose it. So for example, if the financial statements have not prepared as per the going concern basis, so it will be a great impact on the company's financial statement. So we have to disclose it at the same place where we are disclosing according to the AS1, the disclosure part where we are disclosing the significant accounting policies. So where we will disclose that the financial statements are not prepared as per the going concern basis.
Okay. Where else you will disclose?
I'll also disclose in the audit report.
Audit report.
Yes.
Where, what?
I think it is the not sure about the exact location where I have to report in the audit report. I think
Okay. Why do we depreciate fixed assets?
uh, we do depreciate fixed assets because we use that fixed assets. So due to the normal wear and tear, we depreciate it.
Okay. So why don't we depreciate land?
Uh, so not aware about it.
Hey?
Not know about it. So,
Why not aware? Why we don't depreciate the land? Very basics. I think your accounts teacher must have taught you, no? No. Think.
I think, sir, it's if we use the land, so its value never get decreased. That's why we are not, or I can say that it is not a depreciable asset.
Acha, imagine that a company have a gold, right? You are doing an audit for a company, right? Right, which is a gold related company. Say, for example, Tanish. Okay.
Yes.
Will you depreciate the asset which the company is having?
So, sir, so they are having the gold as a stock or in as a asset.
And I wanted to check your mindset. It is going to be part of their inventory. It is never going to be an asset. Okay. Sorry. Now, just wanted to know what are the assertions which are mapped to legal expenses.
Sorry, sir.
Assertion mapped to legal expenses.
Assertion maps to legal expenses.
What are assertions?
This gave you the consistency.
Assertion mapped to
Complete.
legal expenses.
Okay, sir. Occurrence. First one is occurrence, and it should be um, existence.
Existence.
Yes.
For legal expenses, existence.
No, no. I think
Hmm.
we use existence for the fixed assets of the balance sheet part, not for the P&L. It's not aware one.
Eh? Not aware. You're not aware. It's a basic which you study in C Inter, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then what is something you're aware of?
Uh,
AS9?
yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me in AS9, how do you determine the point at which the goods can be considered delivered for revenue recognition?
Uh, yes, sir. So, according to the AS9, so if we want to go for the want to record the revenue for the sale of goods, so there should be no significant doubt related to the for its consideration and for its ultimate collection. Another thing is that we should have transferred the risk and reward of that good. So if
Okay,
risk and reward is already transferred, so we can recognize it in our books. But if it is risk and reward, it's still on us and not transferred to the buyer. AS9 restrict us to record that revenue.
okay, got it. Now, say for example, on 31st March, right? Just ignore there's a cutoff at my place, but nevertheless, you can see it. So imagine that on the 31st March, right? The goods are dispatched from your warehouse but has not delivered to the customer. Okay. Now, how would you recognize the revenue? Will you recognize the revenue?
So, sir, if I s- if, I will check my risk and reward. So, if risk and reward is transferred to the buyer, so then I will definitely record my revenue. So, in that case, the goods is already dispatched from my store. So, I'm assuming that the risk and reward is already transferred. So, I'll record the revenue on the 31st of March.
So, got it. Now, how good you are in Excel?
Uh, so,
Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 for Excel.
it's 3.
3.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Hello, great. Bang on, great. Let's share your screen, please.
Okay, sir.
I'll share you one of the case study file. To solve that case study. Okay? Let's see, can you solve that case study or not? Are you excited for case study solving?
Yes.
Okay, let's see, can you solve this case study or not? Okay? It's a very simple case study file which I'm giving. Just give me a fraction of second. Okay. I've shared one of the case study file in the chat. Let's see how smart you are. Others are also requested to download it. The people those are watching on YouTube, you will get a file on the description. So request you to please check the description, please. I hope you've got the file, Shubham.
Yes.
Okay. Please share your screen. Open the file. Full screen कर लीजिए. Okay, great. Come to first question, question tab. First tab. Scroll up. Read the question which is given. It's saying, given the data in the next step, analyze what all analysis you can perform. Create a separate tab for each analysis done. You have 5 minutes to do. The time starts now. Let's see how good auditor you are. You wanted to get into audit, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see how good auditor you are. Others are also requested to do it, and people those are watching me on YouTube requested to do it parallelly, please. Let's start, guys. Come on. बताइए क्या क्या एनालिसिस आप कर सकते हैं इस बेस डेटा से.
Sir, by looking at this data, we can analyze the location.
नहीं, I don't need it. Show it to me. How do you do it?
Okay.
करके दिखाओ. जो जो कर सकते हो, show me in each tab what all things you can do. भावेश, अगला तुम्हारे टर्न है बेटा, प्रैक्टिस कर लो.
Yes, sir.
you have not forgotten, I think you have told that you have rated yourself 3 out of 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, here we can understand the geographical location and the
No,
price
no,
per unit.
you do all the analysis. I'll give you 5 minutes. Then you explain me at one go.
Okay.
And rename the respective sheet, whatever you are making it out, please. Others, those who are watching it, I would request you to also do an analysis parallelly, please. Ooh.
Done, sir.
Done.
Yes, sir.
Only this much analysis you will do.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But I can add, sir, in
Hmm?
the pivot table itself to analyze it better.
I'm not happy with the analysis you have done, to be honest. I'm really not happy with the analysis you have done. Can you prepare or can you let me know the vintage analysis of customer? Vintage analysis of customer. Can you do that for me?
Vintage analysis.
If you don't know, you can ask me what is vintage analysis.
Yes, I don't know about the vintage. So can you please tell
So
me?
vintage means, I hope you have heard vintage car. Vintage car means the old car. So you need to tell me which all are the customers are the old customers, which all customers are the new customer added in a year, and which all customers have left during the year.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. So by looking at this data, we can analyze the vintage of the customer. For example, if I am talking about the Ayushi Verma, so they have purchased the product in 2020, 21, and 22. But in 2023, they have not purchased the product.
Nita, I want it for entire customer, the
Okay, sir.
entire base. Tell me which all are the new customers added to a company.
Okay, sir. Yeah, sir, it is for the new customer data. So in Brazil, we have these customers.
So many customers are new customers, ऐसा?
So you are talking about only the new customers.
हाँ जी sir.
Okay, sir.
I thought you are good at Excel. You're taking so long time to do it. हाँ?
Sir, don't-
चलो, leave it. No problem. Now tell me, right, what are the recent changes in Schedule 3?
Recent changes to schedule. I'm not aware of it, sir.
Okay. What is SA 220?
Not aware, sir.
Hmm?
Not aware.
Why? You're giving your C Inter exams, right?
Yes, sir.
What is SA 230?
I think it is talk about the audit documentation.
Okay. So imagine that if I send you to do an audit, how do you start doing an audit? कैसे करते हैं audit? बताओ जरा.
So there are 5 stages. First, we have to pre-plan the audit,
Hmm.
and there we have and in pre-planning, we have to do the client background check.
Hmm.
And we also have to obtain the confirmation from the previous auditor in respect of if there are any pending fees, or if there are any or something they have to want us to stop from making their auditor if they have something.
Okay.
So we have to check that, and after that we have to check the then the company will send the engagement letter or the written on their can say that company's official email ID to the auditors, where they are just saying that we want to you to appoint as our auditor, and then we also have to reply in our professional email ID that yes, if we have any query, so we can raise that. And then after we have to sign the engagement letter, where we will have to decide the scope of the audit and have to decide the UPSI also. So, yeah, so the pre-planning.
Hmm.
And the next,
What if the previous auditor didn't reply?
so we will put the negative confirmation over there. So if they do not reply within the 7 days, so we will assume that there is no such restrictions over there.
Okay. Then what next?
Then after pre-planning, then we will design the audit program and start do audit, and thereafter we will understand the client's controls and basically do the walkthrough to understand the client's organization behavior and what they are doing, and to
Okay.
get
So you will not define the materiality, okay? You will not calculate materiality.
no, we will calculate it, no.
When?
After walkthrough.
After walkthrough, you will do materiality. And
Yes.
calculate materiality.
Yes. No, I think it is. No, we will do it. We will analyze the materiality before walkthrough. Then after we will do the walkthrough.
So how do you determine materiality?
Sir, it's basically depends on the client's size,
Client size.
the revenue, or the things that are material to the client's users. So according to that, we will analyze the materiality. For example, if I am take the Tata Group example, so their materiality level will be higher as in comparison with the mid-sized firm or a or a small scale private firm. So the materiality will be depend upon the client's revenue size, or there are different things we have to decide.
So client don't have a revenue then? If it is a startup company, then how do you determine materiality?
So we will analyze according to its market share or
Market share.
yes. Choice or not aware.
So if you're not aware, say not aware. Don't bluff. Right? What you will do if the external confirmation is not received?
External confirmation from which?
Data.
Creditor.
Data.
Data. Okay. So if external confirmation is not received, then we can go for the other audit procedures. We can go for checking the balances. There should be invoices to debtor also. So we can check that to check their balances.
That's it. That is what you'll check. You'll check the invoice only.
We'll check the invoice and check the invoice only,
Okay. Got it. Why you want to join Big Four as a part of a stat audit?
So I want to join Big Four. So because in the Big Four, basically the brand name, and because the most of the Big Fours have listed clients, and you get the opportunity to work on big clients and to understand the financial statements and other compliance, where I will not be able to get that responsibility in the small and a medium firm.
Okay, got it, Shubham. Any question you have for me?
Yes, sir. So can you explain the job role of the article assistant? Or
Article assistant, we're looking for someone, right, who's a street smart, who can handle the client independently after 1 year down the line, and who can take a responsibility, good at Excel, good with numbers, right, can interact with the client in a better way. So this is what we are expecting.
so, sir, may I know whether it is allowed for us to work on different industry clients?
Next, depending on under which manager you're going to be plotted.
So, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Shubham. Thanks. HR will get back to you for your further update. All the best.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So now, guys, we are going to be giving him the feedback, right? How was your interview and what was his overall performance and where he need to improvise on, right? If you ask me how much I would give him out of 10, so I would have given him as a CA inter student somewhere around the 6 or 7, right, out of 10, right, which is there because few questions were intentionally technical, which was not expected at inter level, but just to see how much you are aware of, how much you are reading the other stuff, and are you genuinely passionate about the role or not? Okay. So now I think one of our students have written all the questions. She's going to be dictating one by one. We are going to be discussing the answer for the same. Yes, ma'am. If you could please unmute and let me know.
Yes, sir. So the first question was to introduce yourself.
Okay, got it. So the introduction was not to the point, right? He was taking a multiple pauses and saying, He forgot to tell his 10th score. He directly moved to the 12th score. How do you introduce yourself? We already told you in workshop, right? First, basic, who you are, where you're based out of, then 10th, 12th, academic, then extracurricular activities you have. Plus, if you have some hobbies or some leadership skills, you can highlight on the same. Okay, so that is something which I felt missing was there in your introduction. Then I think next question, please.
Then
Yes,
you asked what motivated you to do CA.
okay, so this is a question which is going to be asked to all of you guys. See, what is something which motivates you, or why you have joined the CA journey, or why you have started your CA journey out? Answer was not satisfactory to the point. That you could have talked about the domain which is there, like finance is something which excites me, right? Numbers is something which I love, right? You can also talk about other stuff like respect is something which the chartered accountants get, right? In a society is tremendous as compared to the other people out, and the power which CA have, right? That is something which has motivated me. Now, I think the next question which I asked him relating to the what answer he gave was, I love reading financials, right? I think what was the question, ma'am?
Yeah, what will
Please
be the
unmute.
first thing you look when you see a financial statement?
Right. So I think the answer which he gave was very bad and poor, right? He says he will look at formatting. Come on, guys. Formatting कौन देखता है यार? When you get a when you go for an audit, you get a draft financial statement, right? It is not the drafted and completely finalized. जो चकाचक दिखते हैं ऐसे वो नहीं होते. It's a draft financial statement. You're going to be going through the comparatives. You're going to be going through the numbers which is there, right? See what is the revenue, what is the growth in the revenue, right? Which is generally called as OAR, which is overall analytical review report, or ARD, which is analytical review document. So we prepare ARD or OAR report based on comparing the analysis of both. So I think I was expecting something related to that, right? So that is something which I was expecting from you. Yes, next.
What rule should be followed to have a proper financial statement?
Sorry, what?
What are the rules to be complied to have a proper financial statement?
Right, so I was expecting him to talk based on accounting standard index, right, and schedule 3, schedule 2. I was expecting him to talk on that line, but I think I get a few random answers here. Right, next.
Schedule 2 of Company Act were
Right, I
described.
would request all of you, those who are watching this, request you to please know what is schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3, what are the recent changes in schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3, right? Which all companies are applicable, on which all companies AS is applicable, on which all company index is applicable, right? What is the applicability of IFC? What is the applicability of internal audit, right? Why do we conduct a stat audit? This all are the favorite questions which are there. Okay, ये पढ़ लेना, please research it out. And if you want to learn this out in detail in a practical manner, you can go to our website and you can check our Stat Audit Masterclass, guys. This masterclass is prepared and taught you in such a way that you are going to be learning everything in a practical manner. Okay, so I would request you to please check it out, right? I'll just show it to you guys also. You go to my website, cmonk.com. Once you go here, you'll see a masterclass in Stat Audit Masterclass. You'll be able to see the course where I've covered everything in a practical manner. Okay. Yes, next.
Then you ask about Schedule 1, then internal financial control.
Okay, so IFC is
Then
something which
again-
is guys gonna be asked to all of you guys, what is IFC and what is the applicability of IFC, right? So request you to please read it out. Yes, next.
Then you ask him about what's his favorite accounting standard.
Okay, so again, this is a favorite question in every start audit. They'll start with what is your favorite AS, right? And they might also ask something related to Ind AS also, because after this journey, you'll be expected to work on some of the Ind AS clients which is there. So also read which all Ind AS or which company's Ind AS is applicable. AS when they'll ask you a question which is related to AS, and after that is done, right, they'll be asking you some tough questions related to AS after this. So what is the tough questions related to AS session? So they'll be asking you some probing questions related to AS. So what I've done for you guys, right? Again, I'm just sharing my screen once again for you. Right, I've created one of the good file which is going to be helping you for your Articleship interview guys, and that is accounting standard list of questions which are probing questions. Right, these are the list of probing questions which are going to be asked based on each and every AS. So whatever AS you're going to be preparing after this is done, you guys are going to be preparing the probing questions related to this. Because I request you to please find out the solution and answer for this type of questions as well. Okay, done. Yes, ma'am. Please let's go to the next question.
Then he answered as AS1. Then you ask about what is disclosure. Then you had asked about what are significant accounting disclosure, fundamental accounting principle. Then you asked
So I
us
think he was.
Yeah.
So he was able to answer right a few of the basic questions related to that. I think that is something which I answered correctly. I think I don't have a problem here, right? But one or two questions which again he was very confused. So you will get an answer of all these questions related to AS, right? I would request you एक या दो AS so you prepare it very thoroughly, right? And whatever east, west, north, south, the answer related to it, you need to answer it. Yes, next.
Next, you asked if going concern is not appropriate, then how to report that.
Okay, so again, right, I was expecting him to also answer. He has talked about the disclosure policies, but he missed out regarding the standards on auditing. Plus, also, there is a report in our audit report you are going to be discussing as per dash SA.
SA 570 ना
570
कौन सा 570 ना GC का बोल रहे हो ना?
So you're going to be right. You're going to be reporting right in your audit report, right? See how the things were there relating to the going concern, right? Or just something which you need to mention on. I think that is something which he missed out, and I was also waiting for him to talk about SA 570. Next.
Then you asked why should we depreciate fixed asset and why land is not depreciated.
Yes, the very basic concept, right? What is the useful life of a land? Right. Number one, we should have talked on that point. Right. Number two, right? Land is always going to be an appreciating asset. It's not a depreciating asset. The value of a land is always going to be increasing. So in these things you need to talk about. See, this is what it is. Similarly, I was given in a small question related to a jewelry shop. Right. I wanted to see whether he is able to consider that jewelry as an inventory or not. Right. I wanted to check his technical knowledge. Okay. Next. Yes, ma'am, please. So sorry, you got muted.
Yeah. Then the next question was, what are the assertions to legal expenses?
Guys, if you're going for any of the interview, it's very important for, especially for a start audit, remember what are assertion map to P&L items, what are the assertion map to balance sheet items. ये basic minimum इतना तो आना ही चाहिए. Right? In every big four, every top firm, your assertion mapping is the most important thing. Okay, next question, please.
Then how to consider goods and when it is recorded as revenue.
Right. So again, I wanted to know his concepts related to AS9. Right. See how much he knows about this. And second, right, I wanted to
gave a
know
case
see
study.
how much he's. So I was given as a case study, right? A goods dispatched on 31st March, but not yet delivered. So I wanted to see when is the risk and reward transferred. He's asking me the question or not, but he was able to answer it correctly. Okay, next question.
Then you ask him to rate himself, then to solve case study, Excel.
right? So I asked him to rate himself on a scale of 1 to 5. I've rated 3, right? I would have rated him 2, right? Or 3 is also good enough for a CA inter student for this level, right? So what I was analysis I was expecting from him to do, right? I was really not happy with the analysis what he have done. I'll show you what is the analysis he could have done and which could have impressed me to a next level, right? Now let's see, you will be getting this file again in the description. So this is what the file which I was given, right, with the base data, right? So number one thing he could have done is the calculation of a cost which was there. Because if you could see, there was a price per unit, quantity was there, sale value was there, right? Cost price per unit was there, but the total cost was not there. Okay, so what he needs to do, he needs to calculate the total cost which is there, right? The sales minus total cost is your contribution or your profit which is there. After this is done, he could have started with the sales analysis, right? Year-on-year sales analysis is something he missed out, right? And he could have prepared some graph related to this. Can you see the graph which I prepared? Plus, he could also have done a month-on-month analysis, which was missing again. Plus, he did not do the average selling price, what's the cost price, and the margin which was there. I was expecting him to calculate the gross profit and other stuff also. I think he missed out a lot of things. Then I asked him intentionally to do a customer analysis. So this is how you're going to be doing the entire customer analysis, which is there. How many customers were there in each year, what type of sales were done, right? What is the average order value, right? And marking based on a vintage. Which all customers are a new customer, which all customers have left, and which all are the old customers, right? So this is something he missed out. Third, analysis of a customer based on a geography. So he could have done a top 10 analysis of a customer based on each geography so that he could go for some confirmation, SA 505 external confirmation if that is needed. Then he could have also done analysis similarly for a suppliers, from which suppliers the products are purchased and how the things are going on, and the base data. One mistake he did was he was start and working on a base data. Guys, whenever you get a base data, you are not supposed to change the base data, guys. He had converted the base data into table. Base data को हमेशा same रखो. If you want to work on the data out, copy that data and work on new file. Because that is the basic which I was expecting him to do. But nevertheless, it's fine. Next, ma'am.
Then you asked about recent changes in Schedule 3.
Okay, so again, I've told you to read it out, all the schedule changes and stuff. It's there in the
Then
stat
essay-
audit material, and if you do the masterclass, it's already also covered there out, recent changes. Next.
Then you asked about essay 220, 230, and how to start audit. Then what if the previous
So again,
auditor did
it's
not reply?
yeah. So it's a very detailed process of audit. It's a 5 steps, right? So you start with the pre-planning, then planning, right? After that is then you do a risk assessment, then you do a substantive testing and conclusion, right? There's a 5 steps. Each step is something you need to know in very detailed manner. Again, the steps are covered in a masterclass, so we cannot cover it now. So those are interested, I would request you to please check the masterclass. Link is in the description also. Yes, ma'am.
Then what if the previous auditor did not reply? Then you asked how to determine materiality. And if startup company, how to determine materiality.
Right. So materiality is something, guys, you need to learn.
And
Right? And
if
this is some
external confirmation that there is not.
okay. Okay, I think yeah, there was an internet glitch at my end, so sorry. Right, it's raining heavily at my place. So cut off of a power is continuously there. But nevertheless, right, so materiality, guys, is something you should know. How do we calculate it? What all benchmarks we use for materiality? This is basic and bare minimum. You should be aware of this. ठीक है, ये पढ़ना ही और पता ही होना चाहिए. And steps of an audit is very, very important. You cannot afford to say that I don't know this. Okay. Yes. What are the next
Then
question,
you-
ma'am?
Then asked why joining Big Four. Then yeah, that's it.
Yeah, please know why you want to join any of the Big Four. This is also very, very important why you want to join here. You can talk about the global presence. You can talk about the clients which the company have. You can say that before coming to an interview, I spoke to one of the employee working in a company, and I came to know that the culture, the learning, the growth is tremendous here. All right, and that is what you need to ask. Then at the end, I've asked him, do you have any question for me? Then he could have asked some great questions. He asked some questions which was not that great. He asked me, what is my roles and responsibility? That is fine. Right? That is one of the questions he could have asked, but he could have asked some better questions like, sir, how do you feel being a manager or a partner of this company? Right? You have worked with this company for 5 long years. How has been your experience? Or what is the best part about your journey? Right? So this type of questions you can ask, or you can have visited my LinkedIn profile and check it out. What type of questions which are there. Plus, also, I think for the students who are watching, we have already covered in our classes that you can watch the lecture where I've told you the questions you can ask to an interviewer in the HR section. Again, this is how we was your interview. I had given a chance to select him, right? I would not have gone for him because I felt there is a bit polish is something which is required. Shubham, I would request you to please polish yourself again and prepare more and more related to technicals and non-technical as well. But as an overall basis, right, you're a good competitive guy, right? I would have not got a competitive guy like you, so I would have definitely gone for you, right? So, thoda sa I want you to polish yourself in terms of technicals, excels, and basics, and other stuff, right? Otherwise, you're great enough, right? I think you can do it in next 10 to 15 days. Once you're done, I think you're good for any of the interviews which are there. Okay. So guys, those who are watching it, I would also request you to please share with your friends so that they can also prepare for their interviews and you guys can prepare well for your journey out. Okay. And don't forget to check all the links which are there in the description. Don't forget to join the community which is created for CNTech students, which is there in the description, guys.